So I'm going to show you how we can create custom layered geometric patterns like these, whether you want to make wall art like this, or even clocks such as this. It's really easy to do in Affinity, so let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up a blank document. Then if we head over to the Shapes panel and click on that, we want to choose the Ellipse tool. And all I'm going to do is click and drag and make an ellipse, just like this. Then down here, I'm going to make sure this is unchecked, and I'm going to choose 75 for the width and 200 for the height. And then we can go back to the Move tool, and then if we go to the Align options, we can align it center and center to the artboard. And while I'm doing that, I'm just going to click on the ruler and drag that down so it aligns with the center vertically, and then drag another one over so it aligns in the center horizontally. And with this ellipse selected, if we just go to the appearance, I'm going to choose nothing for the fill, and I'm going to choose a width of about, let's say 10. So we have this ellipse. If we just zoom in a touch. So this is still a shape up here. So the first thing we need to do is convert this to curves, which we can either click on this here or right click on it and choose Convert to Curves. Once we've done that, we get these nodes we can alter. And with the node tool selected, we can select this tool here and shift select this node here. And if we go up here, we can choose Convert to Sharp, which gives us this shape. Then if we go back to the Move tool, the first thing I'm going to do with this selected is go up to this Settings and click on this and make sure we have Enable Transform Origin enabled. Then we can see this little point here, which is the point that this will rotate and scale from. So with this selected, I'm just going to press Enter, and this brings up the Move Duplicate box. And if we choose a rotation of about 30 degrees and select Duplicate, then we can use the up arrow to make 5 copies and then click OK. And this gives us a nice starting point. But if we zoom in, you can actually see that this is faceted. So we've got a lot of square edges. And just to clean this one up, all I'm going to do is go back to the Ellipse tool, click in the center and click and drag. Hold Control so it scales from the center, and then also hold Shift. And we can bring that up just so it covers the inside edge, just like this. This gives us a nice round corner to work from. Now we have this shape. I'm just going to copy and paste this same shape here, but I'm going to lock the aspect ratio this time here, and then let's drop this down to about 80 millimeters. If we zoom in, maybe want to go a little bit more. So if we use the down arrows on it, we can choose, say, 75. And then all I'm going to do is the same thing with select this, press Enter, and this time I'm going to choose an angle of 45. Select Duplicate, and then we can use the up arrows to rotate that 3 times, just like that. And I'm also going to copy and paste this same circle, and then we can use the down arrow just to bring this down, just so it covers the center. Something like this. Now we don't need the guides anymore, so I'm just going to right click on one and choose Clear All Guides. So what we need to do is just select everything because we've got lots of different shapes here. Then right click and choose Expand Stroke. With them all still selected, we can just go up here and choose Add. This is now just one shape and one curve. And if we choose to switch the fill to the stroke down here, you can see we've just got these lines which make the shape. Now here's where the magic happens. If we just go up to the Layers panel, I'm going to name this one 1, and I'm going to right click and choose Duplicate. And I'm going to make this one number 2. So this one will be below this one. With this one selected, if we go over to the contour tool and select that, I'm just going to click and drag. And it doesn't matter how much for now. Just let go and then go up here. And for this, I'm going to choose a width of about 3. And if we go to the appearance panel, we can choose a fill and choose a different color, like this. So go back to the layers. We have 2 layers, and I'm just going to repeat that by right-clicking and going to duplicate. I'm going to choose 3 for this one. Oops. And then I'm going to go to the contour tool, make sure that's still selected, click and drag. And this time we're going to choose 6. And the reason is because each time we do this, it's referencing the original shape. So if I go to the appearance panel and choose a different color for this one, such as green, you can now see if I zoom in, we have the first offset of 3mm, the second offset of another 3mm. And if we go back to the layers and do this again, right click and duplicate, choose 4 for this one, and this time I'm going to choose the color first, say a blue, and with that selected and the contour tool selected, click and drag and let go and choose 9 this time. You've got to remember how many you're offsetting at each time. And I'm going to do this one last time, duplicate, name this 5, and with the contour tool selected, click and drag, choose 12, and choose a different color. I'm going to go dark with this one, something like that. So this time we have 5 different layers. And if we go to the layers panel, and if we select this one, we've got to make sure we're on the move tool, and we can click and drag this one out of the way. Now, these are actually still referencing this top number 1 layer. So if we wanted to alter anything of this, we can't just go to the node tool and select it, because it's actually using the points of the original shape. So if I was to drag this point here and move it out, you can see what happens. Or if I shift select all these and move them, you can see that. So what we need to do for each layer is right click, but we can't right click on the actual shape. We need to right click on the first shape, the black one, and choose convert to curves. Now we have the handles that we can actually alter and move this shape as we want to. And we need to do that for each of the layers. So make sure we're on the first layer, right click, convert to curves. Layer 3, same thing, convert to curves. Number 2, convert to curves. Now all of these have their own separate nodes, so we can alter them and select them one at a time. And the reason I didn't do this originally and then offset is because you can have issues. So if I take layer 2 and copy this one over, I'm just holding Alt while I'm dragging and Shift. And this time if I use the contour tool and click and drag, what you'll see is we can get these weird artifacts which we would have to clean up afterwards. These horrible nodes here. We can go to the node tool and we can alter some of these, but we would have to do quite a lot of work to clean it up. But first we would have to convert to curves and delete these nodes, just like this. So it's a lot more work. If you use the contour tool first and then at the end convert to curves, you'll save yourself a lot of trouble. And it's as simple as that. All you need to do next is move your parts about and save out to your laser machine. Please like and subscribe. Check out my Patreon for early releases and special custom requests, and I'll see you in the next video.